Dudley interchange, which was commonly known as Dudley bus station, where I have been using for the last couple of years while work is taking place to construct a new station building, and also to be hosting a DIA system. Now, a DIA is a driving and reverse out. So the Dudley interchange work is taking place to construct the bus terminal, and hopefully, eventually, maybe, I'm not sure if this is true, it might attract new bus routes to come into Dudley. Obviously, already Dudley has attracted the 215 and 214s, the newer routes, and of course the 14 Bob. So here we are at St Edmund's Church. So here we are, just by Bottom Church, St Edmund's. Obviously it's called Bottom Church because obviously it's the bottom of Dudley town, whilst the other church, which is known as St Thomas's, is called Top Church. So those are Dudley's famous landmarks, and obviously you've got Dudley Zoological Gardens as well. And so anyway, the bus we got is a right straight light, which is a shorter version to the other street lights that Diamonds have got on the fleet. And this was one of the street lights. It was a regular on the 226 service from Dudley to Merry Hill via Rossall Hospital, Benisnet, Kingswood and Wordsley, and was branded for the route. The branding came into force in 2019, but obviously the 226 branding started originally in 2018 when they used the branded Optare Solo SRs, and there was 3 Optare Solo SRs that were the 226 that was branded. So you had the X-Hallmark one, which is now at Redditch, and then you had the 2 other Solos, which are the Express Multi Solo SR, and that was 30050 and 30051. The 30051 has been withdrawn from the fleet, and that was then painted into the new diamond livery, whilst 30050, which is still surviving today, is still painted in the original diamond livery. And but those buses were transferred over to Redditch Garage in 2019, as Redditch won a lot of a handful of routes off IGO, because at the same time IGO buses went into administration. So anyway, there's the old house, and here's Station Hotel, and work is taking place on the metro system that's going to be happening here in Dudley, with the extension to Wednesbury. Well, it's been extended from Wednesbury to here in Dudley, so that's good news. I'll be using the trams more often soon. So here we are, now waiting at traffic lights at the roundabout. So the 226 so this was one of the first brandings when it was branded to include into Merry Hill, but obviously in 2020 went into administration, and Merry Hill was sold from Into to another company, and then the 226 then received a new branding in 2022. And originally in September of that year there was going to include the 226 to be rerouted via Wall Heath, and then a 226A to cover the evening and Sunday trip. This didn't happen until January 2023, and the 226 and 226A came into force. But obviously, due to the prices, the 226 was going to face a sudden withdrawal. But obviously, that soon got reprieved, soon got saved, with the 226 reverting back to its original route and timetable, but still running half hourly and hourlies on the weekends, and the yay was dropped completely. But now the 226 bypasses Ashwood Park of the 226A, covers the evening and Sunday trip. So 226 got saved after a lot of people signing their petition with a lot of signatures to save the 226 because obviously it's the only bus that connects Worsley and Merry Hill. Without the bus route, people would have to change into Steel Bridge to connect onto a Merry Hill bus, or they would have gone to Kingsmere to get the 15. So it is good that they've kept the 226 running. And the 226 still survives today, because that route has been running for many years, since taking over from the days of the Travel Merry Hill 264 and 265. So anyway, back to the route. We're now down at Ferntree Island as the 215 now goes by this way. It no longer goes round the back of Cousins, Furniture Store, like what the 24 used to do. And of course, part of this route replaces the old 74A from Dudley to West Bromwich. Because the 74A only runs between West Bromwich and Horsley Heath. So if you now need to go to West Brom from Dudley, the only route you can get now is the 74, which is the Birmingham service by the Southall Road. And before that, you used to have the 42 that used to go from Dudley to West Brom by Tipton, but that route got scrapped, shortened to Tipton only, and it was combined with the West Midlands Bus Partnership. But obviously, NXWM stopped running the 42. I'm not sure if they're still running, but I think they withdrew that completely, leaving Darwin to do the 42 to Tipton and the 43 to go on to Bilston. Leaving NXWM on the 43 to Bilston. Because Darwin did the 43 alongside NX, but obviously Darwin withdrew the 43, so they just run the 42 from West Brom to Tipton. This also covers part of the 14A route, which was introduced in 2019 by National Express West Midlands, replacing the 208. Now, National Express West Midlands ran the 208 for a short stint in 2019, because obviously they did it as an emergency tender following the collapse of IGO buses. If you remember, IGO used to do the 208 from Merry Hill to Dudley by Brickhouse Farm. So, time is now 10:18, so we're going to ride on this bus down to Warrenthal. So we're going to Warrenthal. Comfy bus. Now, National Express West Midlands have been doing the 14A since 2019 up until to the start of the year, and then they ceased operating the 14A and of course the 24 route, and of course the sister route, the 14. Now I'm going to eventually do Fox Yard on 214, but that's going to be another day, but I'm going to let you know that I'll be doing that soon. So what all you need to do is just get out and travel wherever you like. So, or maybe a catchphrase what Theme Park Worldwide, Sean Sambrook, he says get out there and keep on riding. Or maybe my catchphrase is get out and carry on riding and have fun. So just waiting to turn left, right onto Bums Lane, and just about to pass us is a former National Express West Midlands Mark 1 B7, which is now been converted into a driver training vehicle. And I remember those Mark 1 B7s back in the day on the 11 and 4M route. And those were the great good times, those Mark 1 B7s. Seal Estates. So this is Cane Seal. So we've got a lovely view of Dudley Castle. Bottom Church is just over there. Lovely, magnificent view on this new service. There's the Dudley Motor Company down there. Vauxhall Garage. So we're on the Wolverton Road. Quite tight for this route because I remembered when the 74A existed on this corridor, they used Mercedes-Benz Sneller Stratas and also Opte Solos, and they did use, and the 74A had its was originally, before Diamond had the route, it was run by Central buses. If you remember Central buses back in the day, but they were bought by Diamond in 2018. And then Diamond started to grow by other companies out, like they started to buy Clarabells of Sutton Coldfield and Johnson's XL Bus of Henley and Arden near Stratford-upon-Avon, and of course Midland Classic of Burton-on-Trent to be called Diamond Bus for the East Midlands. Saloon on the 12A, coming in from Birmingham into Dudley, and the 12A remains part of the 121 that used to run from Dudley to West Brom, that dated back to the day of the 688, and of course the 120A between Birmingham and Blackheath, and both of those services went via Oldbury interchange. So Oakham Avenue down there, View Drive. So the route we're combined with now is the 12 and 12A. The 14A, which is the Sunday service to this route, comes along here as well. Time is now 11:26. About to pass is the inbound Dudley 14 from Blackheath. So you've actually got different street lights on this route. You even got the white one rather than the standard diamond blue one. pivot hill. Gone past the wheat sheaf now, and there's a lovely view down here. I have to say, it's a very nice Route 14. It's a bit like a bit of a zigzag on this route. 14A. Okay then guys, this is Joe's Bus Train Plan Lift Adventures here, and we are travelling on the 14A from Dudley to Halesowen, operated by Diamond Bus, and you can tell I'm filming in an NX bus because we're doing the NX bit towards Halesowen, because obviously the 14A has become an evening service between Dudley and Halesowen. The only daytime service you can get now from Dudley to Halesowen is the 19 that goes from Dudley to the QE hospital that is operated by NXWM. So we're on our way to Halesowen, so I just want you to sit back, relax and enjoy the Joe's Bus Train Plan Lift Adventures experience. And so we are going to continue with more videos. We're not sure if we're going to do any videos in the flesh for most of this week, because obviously obvious reasons going on, but obviously it's not going to last as long than what we had years back. Well, 5 years back when everything had to be remotely, but obviously this will only be short, and I will be back out as soon as possible. So just always be positive, guys. Never think the negative, always think positive. So we're on our way to Halesowen, so just enjoy the journey. Now the 14A used to be a daytime service running from Dudley to Maryhill, but part of that got replaced by the 215 and the 24H. And so here we go. We're on our way to. So we're on our way down to Halesowen. So as you know, the thumbnail photo does not belong to me. It's a credit to an original owner, and so that is actually in some sort of Facebook group, but it's credit to the original owner. So here we go. We're on our way towards Halesowen. Enjoy the journey. There's the section beyond 231, so we're now at Long Lane. So it's 1.25 miles to Quentin and 2 miles to Halesowen. So we should be arriving in Halesowen, but we do take a detour, so yeah. Stations as well. So we are also now joined by the Northern Line, which is platinum route now. All the routes around it are all modern up to date, and they've all got like Euro 5 engine, like next generation engine, like 14 kilowatts. Next Euro 5 engine, the 9's got Euro 6 engine, and also the Dudley 2 also has Euro 6 engine, which has the emissions. So it's like on motors coming down here rather than how it used to be. So the journey has been fantastic. We're just now coming to the bottom now, and we've just passed 400 maximum on an 900 journey, and I believe this was the pass for the old 192, and that's the 192 when the same route as what the extended. So I'm going to include a bit more of this route. Sometimes I'm just now so we're just now descending down onto the bottom of the hill, and just by we're just coming out by the Mercedes garage. Well, the Audi garage, sorry. So we're just coming to the Audi garage at the bottom of the hill, and then we'll continue on the direction into Halesowen bus station. Anyway, there's traffic lights now set to go. So we're now, and over there is Franklin, which is served by the DIA 202 service. Eggill Lane as well. So we are just continuing our journey. We're just now following the right street light, which is doing the double OT towards Maryhill Shopping Centre. 32236. So anyway, we're just now finishing here in Halesowen. Terminus for this route, and I hope you've all enjoyed the video from Dudley as much as we've done, and it's been a fantastic vlog. So the next video to come up on the channel, if I don't film for most of today, tomorrow and Thursday, stay tuned on this YouTube channel, Joe's the Strange Adventures. Colour 228, Russell's Hall Hospital. So keep us going to be the next vlog releasing on the channel. So it's going to be a very exciting one. So anyway, the on road 2 takes a turning right left. Anyway, here we are now arriving at Halesowen bus station, where the 14A service terminates. And I just hope you enjoyed the journey, and thank you for watching.